Fire outbreak destroys properties worth millions of naira in Jos market. 4 dead as Monday sit-at-home turns bloody in Anambra. Social Democratic Party rejects Ondo governorship election results, demands cancellation. On the foreign scene, at least 6 killed in Angola boat accident. Hello and welcome to Trust TV's news update. I am Chiamaka Mwafo. Thank you for joining us. A fire outbreak on Sunday night destroyed properties worth millions of naira at the Laranto market in Jos North local government area of Plateau State. Trust TV's Adomusa guarded that the incident occurred around 11 p.m. after businesses had been closed for the day, adding that hundreds of people rushed to the markets in the night to help put out the fire. His report.
Laranto Market, which sells different goods, have been plagued by annual fire incidents. Last year, a section of the market was engulfed by fire due to an electrical fault, resulting in destruction of millions of naira worth of goods, including vehicles. According to the traders in the market, the incident often occurs during Harmattan period, making it easy for the fire to spread, adding that the cause of the latest fire incident is still unknown. Traders have been counting their losses as a result of the incident. The fire has destroyed properties worth millions of naira. Majority of the traders collect goods on credit from dealers to sell and pay back later because they lack sufficient capital for the business. The loss is estimated to be in millions. We are calling on the federal and state government to help cushion the effect of the incident. I was sleeping when a business colleague called that the market was on fire. Before I arrived at the market, the fire had already destroyed our properties. There was no water to put out the fire when people arrived, and fire service officials were not available. More than 150 shops were destroyed. We need help from the government considering the current economic hardship. We have a shop here and we have lost millions of naira. We experience such incidents in the market every year. The government should have approved a fire service substation in the market. I believe that if we had one, the damage wouldn't have been this extensive. The traders, however, call on the state government to provide fire service substations to prevent a recurrence of such incident in the future. Adomusa, Trust TV News, Jos.
Over in Lagos State, the government on Monday continued its crackdown on illegal settlements by demolishing shanties built along a drainage channel in the Adeniji-Adele area of Lagos Island. The State Commissioner for Environment and Water Resources, Tokunbo Wahab, disclosed this in a video of the demolition shared on X on Monday. The video showed the Lagos State Environmental Sanitation Corps officials demolishing the shanties built on the drainage setbacks and the sludging squatters under the bridge. The demolition in Adeniji-Adele follows a series of similar operations across the state. Last Friday, the Lagos State government demolished 138 shanties around the Canal Bank in Ajawa Estate Canal, where illegal occupants paid between 60,000 naira and 100,000 naira in rent. The LAGESC head of Public Affairs and Advocacy Unit, Ajayi Lukman, also disclosed the removal of 54 illegal shanties that harbored 84 illegal occupants and 8 makeshift toilets beneath the Echo Bridge in the Ebutero area of the state last Monday. Over in Taraba State, a farmer has been reportedly killed and 6 others abducted by suspected bandits in the Garabato axis of Bali local government area of the state. It was learned that the slain farmer, Maywanda Maybutu, was killed on his farm over the weekend. He was said to be a large-scale farmer in the village located a few kilometers from Garabachedi town. The 6 farmers, Trust TV gathered, were kidnapped along Garabato village, a farming community located in between 2 mountains. A resident of Mayhula town, Adamudoda, told Trust TV that the kidnappers had reached out to the families of the abducted farmers and demanded 100 million naira as ransom. Taraba State Police Command is yet to issue a statement on the incident. The 1 Brigade Nigerian Army station in Gusau, the Zamfara State capital, has vowed that the banditry era in the northwest zone will soon come to an end. Speaking with journalists in Gusau, the Commandant, Brigadier General Ajose, vowed that the elimination of dreaded bandit leaders is at hand. He noted that military operatives have been mounted at strategic locations on the Gusau-Funtua highway to check the rampant kidnapping of travelers along that axis. He further stated that troops of the military were very ready to battle the bandits on Operation Fire for Fire, assuring that the battle would soon come to an end. He, however, appealed to members of the communities to assist the military and other security agencies with useful information to tackle the terrorists. Go to the southeast, where 4 persons have reportedly lost their lives. As yet to be identified gunmen opened fire on some residents and security operatives in the communities in a fatal attack at Ukpo-Dunukofia local government area and Abatete in Idemili North local government area of Anambra State on Monday. According to eyewitnesses, the gunmen, suspected to be enforcing the Monday sit-at-home, were said to have arrived at Abatete community at about 8:30 a.m. and opened fire on some residents before proceeding to the Ukpo roundabout, where they also fired randomly at many people, including some members of the Anambra State vigilante operatives. It was gathered that the attackers also set ablaze some vehicles of the vigilante operatives and killed at least 4 of the vigilante men, among other atrocities they committed before fleeing the scenes. Another member of the vigilante operative was also hit by bullets and was rushed to the hospital for urgent medical attention. Although the total number of the persons affected by the attack is yet to be ascertained, a source said no fewer than 4 persons were killed. When contacted, the Police Public Relations Officer of the Anambra State Police Command, SP Tochukwu Ikenga, confirmed that the command was aware of the incident and had deployed some operatives to the scene. Still in the southeast, Abia State Governor Alex Otti has threatened to deal with sponsors of violence and insecurity following a series of violent events recorded in the state recently. A statement by Special Advisor to the Governor on Media and Publicity, Ferdinand Ekoma, on Monday said the decision followed a series of tip-offs from patriotic citizens and reliable intelligence. This is as unidentified gunmen reportedly killed 2 soldiers attached to the Joint Task Force Southeast Operation Udoka along the Umuahia-Owerri Road in Umuahia South local government area of the state. In the political matters, the candidate of the Social Democratic Party, SDP, Bamidele Akimboye, in Saturday's governorship election in Ondo State, has rejected the results of the election. Akimboye polled a total of 438 votes in the Saturday's contest, in which incumbent Governor Loki Aida Tiwa, and candidate of the All Progressives Congress APC was declared winner. Akimboye, while addressing reporters in Akure on Monday, specifically called for the nullification of the election. The state chairman of the SDP, Benga Akimbuli, described the Saturday's poll as a slap on democracy.
I've never seen a open show of shame like I did yesterday. In my polling unit, Ward 10, Unit 19, Ondo West local government, they were offering, APC was offering 10,000 naira to voters to vote. PDP was offering 7,000. We were doing bazaar. APC and PDP were doing bazaar. highest bidder. Of course, our legal team have started work. I'm a lawyer myself. I'm part of the legal team. We've started work. We are asking for immediate cancellation of that election.
For me, I mentioned to them yesterday that this election was not accepted in my unit in October, Ward 2, Unit 10, that it wasn't accepted because they were doing open bazaar, auction. PDP will do theirs, APC will do theirs, but there are different kind of videos that is trending. You can see the old woman that said she collected money and she has voted. And even the children were even stopping and saying, leave me, let me see what I've done. It is sad.
Just staying in Ondo State, the state chapter of the People's Democratic Party has urged its supporters to remain calm and steadfast after the candidate of the All Progressives Congress and incumbent governor of Ondo State, Lucky Aiyedatiwa, was announced winner of the 2024 governorship elections held on Saturday. The party had earlier alleged widespread vote buying by the APC, which it said was rampant because the ruling party impoverished Nigerians. However, shortly after the result was announced by INEC, PDP described the election as a sham, adding that it was the worst ever to be conducted by INEC. However, in a new statement signed by PDP State Policy Secretary PDP Ondo State, Kennedy Ikanto Peretier, on Monday, the party urged supporters to be calm as the next line of action will be communicated to them in due course. Special Advisor to President Bola Tinubu on Public Communication and Orientation, Sunday Diary, has stated that Nigeria's democracy endured severe setbacks under former President Olusegun Obasanjo. In a statement shared on his X account on Monday, Diary claimed that successive administrations struggled to rectify the damage left by Obasanjo, adding that President Tinubu is now making significant progress in addressing these issues. According to Diary, Obasanjo has lost any moral authority to criticize the current government, stressing that he should apologize to Nigerians for failing to lay the necessary infrastructure for the country's progress. Diary pointed out that under Obasanjo's leadership, no explanation was ever given for the $16 billion wasted on generating megawatts of darkness across the nation. He advised Obasanjo to refrain from constantly criticizing his successors and take time to reflect on how he has contributed to the parlous state of the Nigerian nation, which President Tinubu is now valiantly working to restore. Lawyer and senior advocate of Nigeria, Femi Falana, has asked the federal government to ensure that Tajuddin Barua is immediately restored to his office as president of the National Union of Road Transport Workers, NURTW. Falana specifically called on the Attorney General of the Federation and Minister of Justice, Lateef Fagbemi, and Inspector General of Police, Kayode Egbetokun, to ensure strict compliance with the judgments of the National Industrial Court and the Court of Appeal. In a press release made available to the media on Monday, the senior advocate went down memory lane to the event of August 2023, when the National Secretariat of the NURTW was reportedly invaded by thugs who killed security men guarding the place, seized the Secretariat, and effected the ouster of Barua as president of the union. Falana noted that with the successful challenge of that seizure, the courts have confirmed and recognized Barua as the president of the NURTW. You're still on to news updates on Trust TV. Up ahead. Speaker Abbas says reps yet to take position on tax reform bills. More story when we return. Please do stay with us. Welcome back. Thanks for staying with us. Now, a look at our top stories. Fire outbreak destroys properties worth millions of naira in Jos Market. We've also informed you that in Anambra State, 4 dead as Monday sit at home turns bloody. Two more stories. In the Green Chamber, the Committee on Urban Development and Regional Planning has expressed dissatisfaction with the implementation of the Renewed Hope Estate project in Uyo and the substandard construction of the Umu Eto Spencer Essen Slum Upgrade Road in Oron, Akwa Ibom State. Committee Chairman Awaji Inombang Abiante, criticized the 4 contractors involved and called for the engagement of more competent professionals to ensure proper execution. During an oversight visit, he revealed that the 250 housing units in Uyo, funded up to 30% by the Ministry of Housing and Urban Development, were less than 6% complete, despite a September 2024 deadline. Abiante also condemned the poor quality of the Oron Road project, completed in July, and called for its total reconstruction.
We are working with this government to ensure that whatever is due the citizens will be delivered, especially as they come from taxpayers' money. That is the only way we can encourage ourselves to even pay more taxes in line with the proposals to, of course, modernize our tax system. So we will be inviting the contractor for further clarifications.
And the ministry.
And they will also to understand what the challenge is first. If we understand what the challenge is, we'll work with that. If the challenge is so obvious and serious that we would advise a complete revocation, that we would do. But if the challenge is not getting to that point, we'll work with the challenge with the aim of having to leverage on possible solutions so that we can get this through.
Still in the Green Chamber, the Speaker of the House, Tajuddin Abbas, has said that the Green Chamber is yet to take a stand on the tax reform bill sent to the National Assembly by President Bola Tinubu. Abbas disclosed this on Monday in Abuja while declaring open an interactive session on the proposed bills. The bills are the Nigerian Tax Bill, the Nigerian Tax Administration Bill, the Nigeria Revenue Service Establishment Bill, and the Joint Revenue Board Establishment Bill. The Speaker noted that the 4 bills represent critical proposals from the executive to expand Nigeria's tax base, improve compliance, and establish sustainable revenue streams for the nation's development.
Clear, the House has not taken any definitive position on these bills. Our role is to scrutinize them thoroughly, ensuring they align with the best interests of our constituents and the nation at large. We owe this duty to Nigeria. I extend my gratitude to the Presidential Fiscal Policy and Tax Reform Committee and Federal Inland Revenue for their work in presenting these proposals, and to our partners including Yaga Africa, Budget, and the dedicated consultants and academics who have provided invaluable guidance. The efforts will help us navigate the complexities of these reforms.
In the business scene, there are indications of a looming debt crisis as Nigeria's external debt may rise to $5.1 billion by the end of 2024, with the federal government planning to secure additional external funding. This follows a report from the Debt Management Office, DMO, which revealed that the country's external debt stock increased by $780 million in the second quarter of 2024, growing from $42.12 billion in March to $42.9 billion by June of 2024. Last Thursday, the Federal Executive Council FEC approved the $2.2 billion external borrowing plan as part of the federal government's 2024 Appropriation Act financing program. Speaking on the fresh borrowing plan, the Minister of Finance, Wale Edu, during a briefing after the FEC meeting, stated that it comprises Eurobond and Sukuk offerings valued at $1.7 billion and $500 million, respectively. He added that Nigeria's ability to access the international capital markets indicates acceptance and support for President Bola Ahmed Tinubu's economic reforms. With the additional borrowing plan of $2.2 billion, the country's external debt is projected to reach $45.1 billion by the end of 2024. Away from Nigeria, at least 6 people, including 2 children, were killed in a boat accident off the coast of Angola's capital, Luanda. Police and emergency services have disclosed as rescue efforts continued on Monday. The ship, carrying more than 30 people, was part of a Catholic maritime procession in the South African nation when it sank off the island of Luanda on Saturday. Spokesperson Hermenio Kuzuktu said 17 others had been rescued. 4 people were in hospital in critical condition, and 3 others were still missing, he added, saying search efforts were ongoing. The incident happened about 2 miles off the coast of the port city. A spokesperson for the Fire Emergency Services, Maina Panzu, said 2 of the deceased were children aged 4 and 6. And in sports, the Athletics Federation of Nigeria (AFN) at the weekend dissolved all its standing committees but retained both Samuel Onikeku as technical director and Victor Okoli as performance director. Onikeku was indicted by the panel of injury set up by the Senator John Onwayeno over the omission of sprinter Favour Ofili from the 100-meter event of Paris 2024 Olympic Games, alongside the Secretary of the AFN, Rita Musindi. The president of the Athletics Federation of Nigeria (AFN), Okowa, announced the dissolution of the committees during an executive board meeting of the federation on Saturday, but gave no reason for the sack of the ad hoc bodies. Okowa later stressed on Sunday that the dissolution of the various standing committees of the federation does not affect Technical Director Samuel Onikeku and Performance Director Victor Okori, heads of 2 of the dissolved committees. He said in a statement issued by a member of the dissolved Media and Publicity Committee, Gowon, that both Onikeku and Okori would continue to perform their role as Technical Director and Performance Director. And that brings to end the news update at this time. For more news, programs and documentaries, do want to follow us on our social media platforms and on our YouTube live stream. I am Chiamaka Mwapo. Thank you for joining us at this time.